EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us north of the border in the historic French-Canadian city of Montreal, Quebec. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the BlackKnights of San Antonio taking on the Shamrocks of Montreal. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Montreal club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key...
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway here in Montreal. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Boswell. Wide open receiver, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. On first down, Buckner. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Now a handoff running through the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it? As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Jenkins.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. But you look at this defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Jenkins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. They'll try the left side. Barnett.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Off the bootleg, Jenkins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Back to throw. Jenkins. Dancing to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Shamrocks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Breaks through the contact.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing on first down, Boswell. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. We hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Looking to throw. Boswell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, Boswell. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They'll look to throw again. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season is going, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Back to throw. Jenkins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. Off the play fake. Jenkins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Returnable for Watson.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Boswell. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Boswell.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll run on 1st down. Buckner. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Boswell. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Boswell.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Boswell. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Got it complete to Rodgers. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Boswell to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
There's a nice move.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is indeed good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Watson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Operating from the gun, Boswell. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boswell firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On 1st down, Buckner. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Boswell. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Jenkins. That is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Boswell. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Looking to throw. Boswell. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. The Ravens trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, we'll grab our passports and head down to Mexico City. See what's going on in the International Series. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Back to throw. Jenkins. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off play action. Boswell. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down. Buckner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Up the middle they go.
Mackey. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Boswell. And this is going to be intercepted.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
To throw on 3rd down, Jenkins. That is caught. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Shamrocks are back within a score.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Bridges. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rodgers. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, Boswell. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
He'll try again. And this time he finally breaks through. It's a touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Taken at the goal line. Back out comes San Antonio. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10.
Up the middle they go. Buckner. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
To throw on second down.
Boswell. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down.
Boswell able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Buckner.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Right back to him on first down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Buckner. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Jenkins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jenkins.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout
well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st down, Boswell. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Boswell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
2nd down and 6 now.
Up the middle they go. Buckner. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The offense on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, pour a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Throw left side taken in by Palmer.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe, because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Davis now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You can have the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So points here in a 2-score game, could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 2nd down, Bridges. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
109 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Davis on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down. Looking to throw. Davis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Davis. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Most they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for San Antonio, they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for Montreal, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.